Hi guys, I'm sitting at home with a broken leg, and today I'm going to reveal my Duolingo results. Duolingo English Test, which I completed 2 days ago, and today is the day of the result. So I haven't seen it yet. I received an email which says it's ready, so let's see together. Yeah, I must say my target is 120. Let's do it together. I'm so anxious. 130! Can you believe it? Can you believe it? 130, Chucky! Chucky, we did it! I'm so happy about the result. It's 130 and you can see literacy 135, comprehension 135, conversation 120 and production 115. Yeah, I assume that my production score would be the least because of my pronunciation, because of my poor vocabulary. But I'm so excited. My literacy, my comprehension, really cool, 135, and a conversation. So now let me tell you guys my tips and tricks how I got this result. As I previously said, the worst part for me was speaking. I was struggling to speak for 30 seconds at least, but as you know, it's better to speak about 90 seconds. I couldn't do it, especially on the topic I wasn't aware about. But as far as I can see, their topics are really simple. You don't need to know much about the subject. You just need to speak and to express your opinion on things. So my topics were almost all on the technology, so they were connected. Writing both and speaking, they were connected. So I spoke about the technology, its influence on people, like old-fashioned technology, modern technology, and so on. Also, I had a topic. I was required to express my opinion on how do retired people can keep busy. How I came up with my speaking. I found one guy on the YouTube, the link will be below in the description, and he just actually showed how to do that. And what I understood is that you must speak all the time, just anything what is on your mind. Like, for example, when you describe in a picture, you can say, like, I can see a girl with a dog on her knees. The dog has dark hair and the girl has a dark hair, and the dog is a small breed, like a Chihuahua or something. And you don't know what to say more. It's like 10 seconds passed and you need 90 seconds to speak. You should say anything you just see. You should say, there is a window as well, and I can see there is a clear view of the park, and judging on the fallen leaves, it must be autumn or winter. The sky is gray, and I see also green curtains in this room, and the dog is like a puppy. His color is beige, and I guess it's a Chihuahua, and he looks so cute, and so on and so forth. So you just need to talk and talk, to keep on talking. Just don't think and then say. Just say it. Just say it. Even if your structures are incorrect, it's okay, as far as you keep talking and talking. Well, also I had a surprise with while I was getting ready. Um, I thought that the reading part is the easiest because the texts are really simple comparing to IELTS. If you ever tried to get ready or to pass the IELTS test, you know that the texts there are really difficult. And here on Duolingo test, they are quite simple. And I was happy about that. But later on, I understood that there is a trick when they ask you to answer the question. For example, there is a question like people usually go to work to keep busy. And the question is, what do people do to keep busy? You shouldn't highlight like people usually go to work, just highlight go to work. And that's it. Keep it short as as it's possible. Yes, you shouldn't highlight all the sentence. That's what I did at first, and then I discovered that you should only highlight the small part of sentence. And I was actually struggling with my vocabulary when there are questions like select real English words on the list and you should select them. Well, there were some words I was hesitant about, and when I was getting prepared, I tried to Google all those words I don't know, and so on and so forth, to memorize them. But it's kind of tricky because when you go on Google Translate and you write something like spitalism, well, I still don't know is it a real word or not. Not spitalism. It translates like capitalism, but I'm not sure. When I Google it, there is no evidence of existence of this word spitalism, and so on and so forth. So I understood that Google Translator is a tricky thing. They try to understand what you meant. It won't show you that it's not a word. And finally, I decided to just select the words I really know. And if I'm hesitant about the word, I wouldn't select it. But also keep in mind there are words like complex words, like for example indecisive or something. If you realize that for some reason maybe you don't know this word but it looks like real, like decisive, you know, indecisive, maybe the one who can't decide, okay, then yes, it's a real word. And lastly, I'm gonna tell you about the listening section. So when you listen to the sentence and you have 30 seconds to type it down, yes, the sentences are really long, and there is no time to sit and think about it. When the sentence starts playing, you start typing as much as you can hear, even with gaps, and you have 2 more attempts to listen it over again. Then you listen it over again and you try to fill the gaps that you couldn't hear for the first time, to fill it out with the missing words. And the last time you just check or type like again the words that are missing. Yes, it wasn't hard, but there are really lack of time, like 30 seconds, just to type all this, and so that's why I advise you to type it right when you start listening to this. And when you also read aloud the sentence, the sentences are really, really long as well. And if you are trying to read it on your mind first and then just aloud, it's like 8 or 9 seconds left. You have no time to do it. You need to just go for it and read it. Take your time, don't hurry up, just read it carefully. As for the writing part, I can advise you the things that most YouTubers on this topic can advise you. Use word connectors, use complex grammar structures. So I had a few on my mind and I used it all the time. For grammar structures, I used like if I have money, I will buy a car. If I had money, I would buy a car. This structure. And like the more the better. The more money people have, the better their life becomes, like this. And that's it. Just two types. And try to use connectors like moreover, nevertheless, although, though. And I was trying to start my sentence with since as much as I could. So for example, if you have two short sentences, you just simply say together with since. For example, you must say I'm a girl, which makes me like dancing, or since I'm a girl, I like dancing. So use word connectors. And also, when you're typing your answer on the writing section, what I did, firstly, I just typed everything I have in my mind on this topic. And when I was leaving like 1 minute to check it up and to fix something. And then I went through my text and I changed simple adjectives like beautiful, good, bad, sad, with more complex adjectives like miserable, stunning, fascinating, and so on and so forth, gorgeous, like, you know, just Google those words, memorize some of them, like I think 10 is enough for you. And then you just change simple adjectives on those more complex. And that's it, just go for it. It's much easier than IELTS test, it's much less stressful. So just practice. As for me, I was practicing for 2 weeks and then I just went for it and did it. So yes, I was really anxious for those 2 days when I was expecting my results. My target was 120 and I received 130. It's quite good. And when I was practicing, my score were between 105 and 145. They just give you not the exact information, but like, you know, this between. And yes, I was 105 to 145, sometimes 100 and 140. So I was hoping I can receive 120. And since I received 130, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm delighted. My dog helped me a lot. Links I was talking about are in the description below. And I wish you good luck and just go for it and do it. Bye guys.